Hey folks, Anahata Graceland here with Royal Frenchel and the Talking Dog Show. I've got the most amazing morning routine for you that's going to change your life, change your brain. It's not going to be terribly long, but it will be terribly great. I promise you that. First of all, it's neuroscience. Your dog and you, when you connect, your brains sync up. And that science has proven that. And listen, anything you ever want to get from me in terms of research, I'm happy to provide it for you. I just want you to know that I have a few things that I think will be really helpful to you. Number one, I have a how to stop shedding guide down below, and these are all free. Everything I'm naming right now is free to you. All you have to do is go down to the link below and you can get it. I also have a temperature guide, and it's not a subject most people look for, but the temperature guide is really, really important for the safety of your dog. Many people have no idea what temperature their size dog can handle in cold or in hot. I have a neuroscience hack for you and your dog that is absolutely killer. You do not want to miss that. It's a morning routine. It has 5 really simple, sweet steps. It's a poster. You can put it up so you have memory of it on a regular basis. It's easy to slip into in the morning, and it'll keep you in that slipping into zone all day. All free down below. The link is below. So I want to tell you that the first thing in the morning, when your brain is in theta wave, okay, that's a particular state. You know that state between waking up and sleep, and you're sort of hazing in and out. And that moment is a moment when your brain is very malleable in terms of the context of your day. So if you start with your dog, what happens is your dog and you end up, first of all, synchronizing. But your dog, hi sweetheart, your dog is in a state of theta that is very powerful. And when you and your dog sync and you do that first thing, no phones, keep your phone away, no thoughts about your day, no lists, okay, keep your pen and paper to the side. What happens is the dog's brain and your brain set up a structure for the day that's very, very powerful. As I said, it's malleable. You're actually, in a neuroscience way, rewiring your brain out of fear and into serenity. Now, we all know that things take what they take. Everybody likes fast food, a fast, quick answer, la, la, la. Okay, quick money. But the bottom line is, when you're talking about supplements and things that are really good for you, it takes a little bit of recurring behavior, right? So you need to do this in the mornings many times, several times, to ensure that you're actually programming that brain. So you're actually rewiring it. Okay, one morning isn't going to do it for life, but you get used to doing that in the mornings, and I guarantee you that you're going to have a change in your life that you will love. First of all, whenever you get challenged during the day, what's going to happen is your brain is going to naturally go back to the original state of morning when it wakes up. That's just really important to understand. We are structured in a way that our brains, when we start our day in the morning, that it creates a foundational weave for the day. So if you start in theta and you start with love, and oxytocin is going to flood your system. Because when you and your dog hook up, when you look at each other, when you smell their breath, you have an increase in oxytocin. You can hear my dogs here, folks. Forgive me, but they're all playing. Come on, Patty. I'll show you my Patty. Why it's worth the noise. I promise you that. So when you start that day, not only are you rewiring and making your brain more structured in a way that is set up for serenity and calm and peacefulness, but you're also flooding your system with oxytocin, and you're decreasing cortisol. And cortisol is that stress hormone. I know I talk about it all the time, but it's that stress hormone. People don't realize that you're actually wiring your brain and becoming addicted to that stuff. And I want you to get addicted to the good stuff, That's what dogs are for, right? That's what they help us remember, is the good things in life. Now, I'm going to show you this visual because it's really powerful. So what I want to show you is, and it's a depiction that I made, just bear with me, but it gives you a sense of it. When you're looking at your dog and you're snuggling, what happens is this cortisol drops, right? It starts melting away, popping, disappearing out of your system. And the oxytocin is increasing and it starts lighting your brain. And your heart and your brain start syncing. So now you have your heart, your brain syncing, you have your body being flooded with a hormone that is the top hormone of life that everybody seeks, which is the feeling of love and calm and peacefulness and the memory of all of that, right? So here you are. You're there in the morning. You've got this malleable brain. You've got a brain that is now set up for the day. And what happens? You move into your day, and when challenges occur, which can happen anytime in the day, maybe, and by the way, I want to tell you that cortisol is there for a reason. We're supposed to be having a little bit of a boost of cortisol in the morning because that's the thing that gets you going, right? It gets you going, awakens you, makes you alert, all of that. But if we start in that state, we end up, and it goes unchecked, we end up generating anxiety like a little manufacturing plant all day long. And our dogs are stressed by it because remember, they sense all of that. They are part of it. And every time we look at them and hug them, we're sharing a brain with them that is causing anxiety because our syncing is causing them stress. So we don't want that. So we've got this natural reset button that occurs. It's open wide for influence in that first 30 minutes in the morning when you're just there with your pup, enjoying your day for a moment. Listen, give yourself that. I mean, that few minutes isn't going to do a whole heck of a lot more for you jumping into your day. I mean, let's face it, anybody can find, a few minutes to take love into an embrace in your heart, in your mind, and in your best buddy, right? So what happens also is that the reward centers in your brain light up. Dopamine starts to flood. Serotonin starts to move. It's pretty incredible. These are the MVPs of your system. They start moving in your system and changing you. Okay? If you do this regularly, do it for 30 days. Oh God, do it for 1 week and see what happens. It's amazing. What will occur will change your life, I assure you. And if you have children or you know any kids, please share this method with them. I share it with my godchildren. It made a huge difference in Gigi's life, my goddaughter, made a huge difference in my other goddaughter's life. Pass these things on. Share this video. There's also down below a link to a morning routine, a little poster I made for you, and it's free. Just go get it. I want you to do this. Why? Because, listen, I'm dedicated to dogs and their people. Notice I didn't say people and their dogs. I said dogs and their people. People don't realize we took this species, we made it part of our lives, and then we shove it into this box of our horrendous lives of stress and havoc and chaos all the time and getting everything done. And if we instead flip it and allow our dogs to share with us their world, allow them the reason why we chose them to be our buddies in the first place is because underneath everything, we know we need this. We know it in our gut. Now, another thing, with this kind of change in your chemical system and these theta waves, one of the things that happens is your intuitive senses rock, okay? You just tend to be on it. Like you'll notice, what I always say, I notice when TJ Maxx is going to have a sale on dog beds or when the dog beds come in and I can go pick them up, right? I always seem to pick that day. I don't ever have to work at it. I don't have to read anything. I don't have to look at anything. I just go to TJ Maxx and bam, the dog beds have just been put out. Now, what allows me to do that? I've been doing this for years. It's that simple. Your intuitive senses awaken when you allow these chemicals of love, when you allow these moments of an attention to not performing anything, but taking in something that's precious to you. And you don't have to start with really being all crazy about your dog. Be selfish. Do it because you don't like meditation, it doesn't work for you, or you can't get yourself quiet. Do this instead because the same result and even more, because you get these boosts due to the interspecies connection that you have. And that is really the most profound thing, because when you have that connection and you have all these storms going on and incredible stuff happening in your brain and your body, what happens is you and the dog increase in trustfulness and increase in a sense of security and safety. And I'll tell you, humans are more afraid of humans than they are just about anything else on the planet. And it's sad because we're really pack-oriented. It's why we have our dogs, okay? The dogs are showing us repeatedly the stuff we know underneath everything, the stuff we don't let into our intellectual minds on a regular basis. They're important to us for a reason. Why do over 66% of people in America have dogs? There are cities in America like Seattle and San Francisco, more dogs than children, for God's sake. Okay? Why? It's because of what I'm talking about. People are getting little sips of that all day long or all week long or all month long. But I can show you how to not just have a sip, but have a few gulps, okay? Start it in the morning. Don't cheat yourself, all right? Okay, now, I have this poster for you. It's 5 steps. They're really, really simple, and I want to go over them. Step 1, so you awaken gently. 30 seconds, no phone, nothing there but love, okay? You whisper, good morning, partner. It's going to be a great day. Step 2, you lock eyes with your dog, and really do that. Now, dogs tend to go back and forth a little bit. So look in their eyes. And when you do that, looking in the eyes, that oxytocin immediately kicks in 30% higher, and it builds trust. It builds the memory in your body and in your brain. And it mirrors a mother-infant bonding, by the way, which is pretty killer. It really taps into your genetic history and to the bonds that you've shared your entire life. And it enlarges them. It brings them into the foreground of your life. Okay, step number 3, a gentle touch, hormone boost, okay? 2 minutes, snuggle and rub your dog. Do it rhythmically, okay? And even hum a little if you want. Some people like singing, and dogs love it, okay? They love it when we talk to them, right? And, it's like we're kids, right? I mean, enjoy it, splash around in it. That prefrontal cortex of ours activates during that time, and it really makes a difference in locking in that theta state and rewiring the fear states. Okay? Because when you take that physical action and you include touch, that way you're anchoring it into your system. The 4th one is a shared intention. You and your dog are sharing your intention, for the day, and they know it. They do that naturally. They always have that intention to be in love, to enjoy, to embrace you right where you're at, and to make your day great. That's something they want, and they want their day to be great. So just whisper another little statement. Today we flow with ease. You're my peace. And just let that be. Just hang out in it. Stroking your dog. Dogs read tones, okay? Really, really important. I'm going to tell you a story when I get to the end here, so stick with me because it's really an incredible story of my own service dog. But dogs read tones. And when your dog hears the tone of calm and sweetness like that, you're my peace, it moves them and their brains light up even more. And then your brain lights up even more. And you get more oxytocin and less cortisol. And everybody's swimming around in the pool of love, okay? Then the last one is a grateful close. It's really important to, stretch together and give yourself a celebration. Yes, we're moving into our day. You have a good day. I'll do the same. And you tell your dog that. And yeah, it sounds weird. It's not weird, okay? It's what works. It's functional. It's not woo. This is science, neuroscience, okay? It works. And it's better than so many of the supplements that you're getting. Now, I told you I was going to tell you about my dog, Eddie. Eddie and I were at the doctor's office, and Eddie left my side and went over to this older woman who was sitting in a seat. I immediately got up and told the reception desk that I was concerned because my Eddie was alerting, and he alerts for me for a rare condition I have where my arteries seize, they go into little seizures and they stop my heart. So don't worry, I'm fine, but I have to carry around a nitroglycerin with me. So because Eddie was doing that type of alerting, I thought, dear God, I hope this woman's okay. So I told the receptionist, the woman had taken a bus and she had told me she had the flu. Lo and behold, they took her back quickly because of Eddie's alerting. And just a minute or two later, they were rushing her out the door on a gurney. She was in a heart attack. Now, how did my dog know that? Well, number one, we know they have 300 million olfactory receptors, and we only have 6 million. So yes, there were changes in her system for sure that he could probably smell. And yes, there's a whole bunch of other, the masterful skills that dogs have that he might share. But one of the things that's absolutely dead on is that his intuitive senses were dead on. He went right over to her, and my intuitive sense to get up and go to the counter instead of sitting there and observing and correcting Eddie. Instead, I listened to him. Now, that relationship of listening and responding to him and intuiting, those emerge in sort of a, an unmistakable way when you notice them. But while they're emerging and when you're using them in daily life, you often don't notice it. But it makes your life so much better. Living with this state of mind is a gift. Don't forget to get your poster down below. There's a link where you can get your poster. It's pretty. I made it for you. Post it in your room. Post it somewhere that you go, where you walk by it all the time. And listen, I give you these things not so that you have to do them, every single thing. But what I want you to do is to get the mindset of how much more a dog is in our lives for our health, for our balance, for our love. And they deserve it. And the two of us deserve it. The two of you deserve it. Hey there. I just wanted to let you know I've developed a cartoon line known as Doglish to English. I did it because over 50 years I've experienced the most amazing relationships. Just my dear dogs have just meant so much to me, like yours do to you. So I'm going to disappear and I'm going to share some of them with you while I share a little bit more about them. A joyful little world where the wisdom, the comedy, and everyday genius of dogs comes to life in two characters, Harry and Squish. It's not just a brand, it's a conversation. Between you and your dog, between laughter and love, between fur on the couch and warmth in your heart. A 3,000-year relationship in the making we have between dogs and ourselves. So, Every mug, every t-shirt, every pint glass is a reminder that your dog's got this amazing personality and you're lucky enough to live with it. So grab your favorite Doglish mug, sip something cozy, and smile knowing you're part of a culture that celebrates the deep, hilarious bond we share with our dogs. Are you enjoying the images? They're fun, aren't they? So visit doglishtoenglish.com and bring the laughter home. Because if your dog could talk, they'd totally say, "Get the mug." So grab your poster down below and have a great day. Much love from Anahata, Graceland, and Royal Frenchel.